Hey, what's up guys? This is Hardy with Ninja Everyday, and in this Ninja Everyday Ninja Gear review, we're gonna look at the Condor Tool and Knife Eco Survival Golok Machete. We hosted an event early this October called Tengu Training, where we go into the mountains and we do some martial arts training and we spend a good bit of time outside. I knew I was gonna use part of the trail on these mountains that I haven't been down in over 10 years, and I knew that I was going to need to have to clear some of the brush out of the way. The tool that I chose to bring with me, in addition to a hatchet and a chainsaw, was this Condor Tool and Knife Eco Survival Golok Machete. I chose a machete because I knew that most of the stuff I was going to be cutting was rhododendron that would still be alive. I needed something light and maneuverable and something that I could carry with me in a small backpack as I'm climbing over rocks in the river. This machete had a relatively thick blade that was a high carbon steel, a 1075 high carbon steel, and it took a beating and did a great job actually maintaining its edge, surprisingly. It has a high impact polypropylene handle, which was bright orange, which helped me find it whenever I put it down. The edge did very well digging and chopping. The sheath was nothing to write home about, but it served its purpose. It's a ballistic nylon sheath. You can see some of the dings and some of the scratches on the blade where I was doing some batoning, but again, very impressed with how it held up to everything overall. We brought the machete with us primarily as a trail clearing tool, and here you can see me chopping up some of the rhododendron that had fallen across the trail. And you can also see that I had a fairly big backpack. We were going to be down multiple nights and it was supposed to drop down fairly cold, so we had significant gear, and I didn't want to carry a bunch of extra heavy stuff like an axe. So the machete did a great job dealing with this rhododendron. Each hit seemed like it took out big chunks of wood. The forward weight of the machete bit in and amplified the power of my swings very well. Very impressed with how it handled itself as a trail clearing tool. In this clip, you can see how well that bright orange handle stands out against the ground. I was able to place the machete down and come right back and find it. The handle was a big deal to me because I've had other machetes in the past that I really liked that had wood handles, and through hard use, being wet, getting left outside and that sort of thing, the handles would crack and ultimately break. And a machete is a tool, unlike a fixed blade knife, that I tend to beat up, I tend to abuse. So I picked one that I felt like I could beat up and abuse and it would withstand things very well. We found a great spot to camp, but it had a large standing dead tree. So we took the opportunity to test out the machete and see how it did in dead hardwood, and surprisingly it did very well. This is the first batoning that we tried with the machete, and obviously going through a stick this small didn't have much of an effect. But what I wanted to do was give myself a flat edge so that I could make a feather stick to start a fire. The fine work of making a feather stick was not super easy with a machete, but it never is with something that big. But all in all, it did what it needed to do fairly well, and we were successful getting a fire with those sticks. As the night wore on and the fire got bigger, it demanded larger fuel, so we decided to use the machete to see if we could process down a trunk of an old long dead hemlock. Here you can see me using the back of my buddy's camp hatchet to drive the machete down, to baton the machete through the pieces of hemlock, and it did it with no problem. We processed a big trunk of a hemlock into multiple small pieces that kept the fire going well into the night. After this trip, I'm going to give the Condor Tool and Knife Eco Survival Golok Machete 2 big thumbs up as an excellent piece of ninja adventure gear. If we sold you on it, please use the link in the description to purchase to help fund more content and more projects like this. And until next time, we'll see you on the mat.